In this video, we will learn a strategy to help you respond to short answer questions. A short answer question is a writing prompt that requires you to give a thoughtful, paragraph-length answer. You might be asked a short answer question after reading an article, a poem, a story, or a drama. You are best prepared to give your answer once you have read and annotated the text. There are several different strategies for answering short answer questions, but the one we're going to focus on is called RACE. Remember, this isn't telling you what the answer is, it's a strategy to help you remember all the steps so that you give a complete answer. The RACE strategy reminds you to restate the question, then answer the question, to cite evidence to support your answer, and to explain your thinking. If you include all of these pieces, you will have a complete response. Your finished paragraph will be 5 to 7 sentences in length and will include the R and the A, usually in the same sentence, followed by 2 to 3 sentences of citing evidence, and then another 2 to 3 sentences to explain your thinking. Remember, this is a guideline, and yours might be slightly longer, but it definitely should not be shorter. Let's walk through an example using the story The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. The very first sentence of this story tells us that there was a tree and she loved a little boy. The story goes on to show us different ways that the tree shows her love to the boy and gives us examples of how the tree made the boy happy. A short answer question in response to this story might be, in The Giving Tree, how did the tree show that she loved the little boy? Let's use the RACE strategy to construct our answer. The R stands for restate the question. Restate means to say it again in a different way. To start our answer, we're going to use the wording of the question in our sentence starter, and we're going to also include the title of the text. So using the wording of the question to start off our paragraph, we would say, in the giving tree, the tree showed that she loved the little boy, and now we have to finish that sentence with our answer. Remember, restating the question and answering it usually happens in the same sentence. But before I can finish that sentence, I need to brainstorm some ways that I might want to answer that question. I go back to my annotations and my understanding of the story to make a list of all the different ways I might answer that question. I then choose the answer that I think is the strongest. In this case, I'm answering the question by saying, in the giving tree, the tree showed that she loved the little boy through the repeated gifts that she gave him. You see, I've restated the question and then I answered the question. But this isn't all. I need to follow this up with evidence and explaining my thinking. The first sentence is your claim or your thesis, and everything that follows has to support that. We support it with evidence and explanation. Citing evidence means I am taking something from the text that supports my claim. It can be a direct quote, it can be a paraphrase, meaning I'm putting something from the text into my own words, or it can be a graphic or an image taken from the text. Here are some sentence starters you can use to cite evidence. Pause the video and take a picture of this screen if you need to. Here's how this could look. For example, in paragraph 3, the boy told the tree that he needed money. Even though the tree did not have money, she said, "Here, take my apples, sell them, and then you'll be happy." That is specific evidence taken right out of the story that I've included to support my answer. Even though this looks like a really good paragraph, I still have to explain my thinking. I have to show my reader how that evidence that I picked supports the claim or the thesis that I made in my first sentence. In other words, the E tells how the C supports the R and the A. We explain our thinking by making it clear to the reader the reason we chose that evidence to support our claim. We do this by using what we know about human nature, our own background and experience, common sense thoughts, or even personal examples. Here are some stems that you can use to explain your thinking. You can pause the video and take a picture of this screen to help you. Here's how this could look. We use what we know to be true about love that when someone loves someone else, they will do what they can to make them happy, and combine it with a personal example. Both of these things work together to support our evidence and our claim. We can even look at our completed paragraph and label all the parts of race. I would suggest once you complete your response to a short answer question, read back through it and make sure all the pieces are there so you know that your answer is complete. Remember, the R and the A work together to give your claim or your thesis. The C reminds you to cite evidence directly from the text, and the E reminds you to give your reasoning or explanation behind the evidence you chose. These things work together to give you great short answer responses. Thanks for watching.